So, I believe the video started now. Welcome to part 10. Um, as you can see, we still have a lot of issues we need to solve or to face or whatever to deal with. One of the problem is every time you add an equipment, accessory type or result animation, it should update the thing. So the best way to do this, if you ask me, is to call the reinitialize every time you change one of these, the animation, the accessory tabs, or the equipment tabs, and update the action conditions only when you add or remove them. Maybe to reinitialize the whole page every time you add one of these four. So let's take a look on the code. And before that, the second issue is whenever the equipment accept all or rest of tabs. Actually, the rest of tabs doesn't make any sense, does it? So let me check the collection in here. The AP, when you select the AP in here, rest doesn't make any freaking sense. Yeah, it only have all. It doesn't have rest. So it should every time you select one of these. What's going on here? A layer list update. It should do that. So it cleared the items and it add them again. Why doesn't it add the item all? I don't know. It should add something called all, unless if this sucker already has the type all in it. Give me a second. So yeah, apparently it doesn't have rest, which is that's the correct thing. So in here, the first thing that we need to add is to remove the rest. Do I need to remove the rest? I mean, it can make a sense in here, but not in there, because in here, the rest of the accepted tabs, you know. Give me a second. Well, so these are two issues. Let's start working on the first one, the reinitialize part. So the reinitialize will zero all the checkbox. It will reset the equipment condition and the result items. And I don't want only to reinitialize, I want to call the update too. So the update is called by this guy whenever I select the AP. So let's do that. This will be a huge mess, I guess. So every time I add animation, do I really want to do that? Damn it. I mean, think about it for a second. Do I really need to do that? Every time you do an animation or every time you change an animation that's related to anything, reset everything, I don't know. To be honest, no, I don't want to do that. Even though it will be a little bit confusing if you add the equipment, so all of a sudden you need to. Because what if I change my mind and I don't want to update the thing? Am I going to go there and remove all the codes? So look at me. I forgot to start the timer after 60 minutes. 5 minutes already left. Past, I mean. So let's make it 54 and 30 seconds. Why am I counting the thing by the second? I have no idea. Anyway, it's a good thing that in here it showed me the time, but I'm using my own program to show the time left. So, but I'm putting everything on the second screen that you don't need to see, including the chat that I forgot to close. I've been open. Apparently someone came to watch me and left. I believe it's me. Somehow the program registered me as a viewer sometimes. I don't know why. Anyhow, YouTube, not the program. To be honest, I'm a little bit tired, and my focus levels is a little bit low. And maybe if I talk less, I can focus more. But I'm trying to keep the viewer on track, the future viewer, of course. So the second issue is, as I said, when you select a condition, what was it? I forgot what was the second issue. Look at me. I completely forgot. Oh yes, the all. Whenever it says add all, let's work on that. So in here, what is going on? What is going on? Yeah, in here, sorry. Whenever you select an equipment, I add two keywords, all and rest. And if this guy first of all, if its count is equal to 1, because whenever you add all, it removes all the other things, the other items in equipment. And this guy is equal to all. Else, let me do this. So instead of doing this, we are going to add all kind of accessories that the system support. I don't know why I feel what am I doing is not correct, but let's test that. Let's test the damn in that. So let's have one hand, two hand, armor, helm, and the hero have right hand, and it accept one hand, two hand, and you have a free slot. Of course, you're not going to program the back as this, like this. This might be, I don't know if am I going to connect the back system to this thing or not, but I don't think so. The back system hold these stuff, but it doesn't. I forgot what I was going to say. Doesn't matter. So here you have a state A, condition A. So A, 0. So here you see all of them, and when you say free slot, it add all rest and all of them. So this is how it's going to work. Alright. Now this is the issue. What if I want to make an animation that concern of two equipments? Actually, my first design of the system solved this problem. For example, if you have one hand and two hand, and if you add one hand again, it should tell you it exists already, so screw you. And we have the right hand with one hand. So each one of these all of these should result in the same animation, silly you. So all the animations in here should be considered as one object with these conditions, I believe. This is confusing. So this is screwed up confusing. We need a third list. So we need a group of equivalent conditions that make this result. Do you believe that? And there's an issue. When you say all, it should remove these and add only this. Just the same way how when we add one hand, it refuses. This must get deleted, and then we can add. But if I add all of a sudden, it removes everything. It should be the same system in here. But this is the question. I'm getting tired of this. The question is, how am I going to manage that? I mean, you see, we have several conditions in the actions of the player. He's falling, he's firing, he's using an item, he's whatever. So we are expecting some kind of animations. He might have different animations for transitions, but I'm not going to deal with this for now. And he might have some animations like alternative animations for the result. So attacking, it might have three different animations for attacking in some of the games. Like some of the DoD Dragons games, Dungeons and Dragons games, the normal attack have different animations. And even though it's the same result, it's you can use different animation, and each one of them have different percentage. And if the action says critical, it can have different animation depends on the critical. So actually the condition will be different. But if it is the same, like critical, maybe it has 3 different animations. If you want to make a very fancy game, that's the whole point. So let's see. We need to make a group of these equipments. Yeah, I cannot think that much. I'm sorry. I might cut this in the middle, but I will try to do it. I will try to do it. So we need to solve this. So let's solve the problems one by one. Whenever I add all or rest, it should remove the rest. So let's see how can that happen. So let's see. In here, let's make the other conditions. So let's say if this guy all or this guy is equal to rest, then it go and delete all the items with the same this guy. And there's a way to do that in Lingo, and let's try to do that. This will only remove one, and I want to remove all. To be honest, even though I really want to learn how to do Lingo and without checking the Google thing, I just do it passively. And I want to learn, and the best way to learn is to try to do it over and over and over. As much as I do that, let's just search for it. I'm just want to do work now and try to finish at least one more hour before I really drop down or something. I want to run away since forever. Delete several items from dictionary. Yeah, I'm trying to do something like that, but the weird thing is the dictionary didn't have something that called lingo. Ah, this guy is saying the same thing actually. So he's oh this is interesting. So from what I understood, um, we can make for each, and instead of taking the item from the list, we take a light item from the sublist. So let's try to do that without copying the thing. Yeah, that's a good start. So what are we selecting? We are selecting the key value pair. And what's the key value there? Come on. Where's the animation condition? Oh, result animation. So we take it from here, but only with the keys that have the equipment condition keys equal to the name that we are selecting. So how did he do that? Oh, I closed the page, silly you. I forgot which function did he use, and I don't wanna I don't know if it was this page or that page. Holy crap. He used something called where. Okay, let's try that. Okay, we have X. Yeah, he just said X. X is the key itself. Let's see about that. X key equip is equal to where is the selected equip? I believe the one that we are selecting. Yeah, this one, the one that we are selecting. But there is a problem. There is a serious problem. How can we delete them? It's an interpreter and an iterator. It won't accept deletion in this case because we are iterating them or enumerating them. Let's see. Yeah, this won't work. And why did he call my collection? And maybe if we let me think for a second. What does this do? I didn't say. What if I take this and try to so it will enumerate in here, right? It will return an enumerator, but dictionary doesn't have remove all. Yeah, let's try to do that, but we might need to add a different reference. I don't think this will work. Let me be I don't think this will work. The thing is, the dictionary is working differently than lists and arrays. It's a heap. So I don't know if the enumerator can delete the items inside the dictionary, but for some reason I don't think so. I don't think so. But let's try to do that. Save is not working. Um, well, it is working, but it seems when I change from small to capital, it doesn't work. Yeah. Oh yes, I remember the problem. It works, but when you reset the thing for some of them, and I have no freaking clue why. This is one of the problems that I didn't know how to solve. So we are testing the thing. And this doesn't matter now, but it will matter later. So if we add one hand, and all of a sudden we add all, it didn't work. Or maybe it did. I fear it did, but it didn't delete it from the list. Brilliant. Brilliant. So it should, this thing, one hand, no, it didn't delete them and all. It should deleted the one hand. Oopsie, the condition is wrong. God. Um, hmm. Yeah. We need to remove the thing from the list too. Now, how can I remove a certain item? I believe this will work. And we need to remove the K key plus the K value, I believe. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oh, sorry. Alright. So, let's do this for 30 million times. I knew I would regret that, not saving each part I finish with. The thing is, I can't, because it will be a huge waste of time, because the whole system is dependent on each other. I mean, this is dependent on this, dependent on this, dependent on this, dependent on this, and dependent on this too, and even dependent on this. So the whole system is connected, and only the first two are saved and loadable. And I knew that the system will keep changing till I finish the design. So I knew if I sorry about that. If I try to save every time and load them and then change and then save and load and change, it'll take forever. It's amazing how did I finish the skill system in around a month only, around 3 weeks and a half. It's amazing. So now if I add one hand and I add all of a sudden, it's screwed up. So this is the key value, and this is a list. Hmm. Hmm. What have we done? Um. This thing is empty for some reason, and my head is empty as well. What's going on? What is the temp condition? It has ADD. What is animation conditions? Oh wow, I start asking such questions because I cannot focus anymore. Uh, I don't know why this screwed up, to be honest. My head all of a sudden screwed up, and I cannot think anymore. So it has zero animation conditions for some reason. Yeah, it should have zero animation condition. No, it should have one at least because we just add one, no? This is an equip condition. Oh, wait a second. Is it because it removed an item and now it's screwed up? I believe that's the case. But I don't see any kind of internal code. Oh, so that's what's external code called. Um, um, let's try again. I don't know what's the problem, and to be honest, I cannot focus. Maybe I'll take 2 minutes break. It will clear my head hopefully. But I fear if I take 2 minutes break, I will never work again. Um, I hit 3 hours and a half. That's a good part today. And I need to complete this half hour to make it 4 hours, and then finish 2 hours later. The problem is if I say later, it doesn't mean never. So I need to be careful. I'm really fed up of the whole thing. So I apologize. I will just do stupid stuff like that for testing purposes. So this is not all nor rest. So to add R1, and when we add all, it will check all. So we'll delete R1. Yeah, it seems it worked, or actually it didn't. Yeah, it's as I said, it's an iterator, and it won't be happy with that. But I believe that's why he add to list to make a new list of the iterator in the memory, and whenever it deal with so it make a clone, just to make a clone. So that's an intelligent way how to delete the item without adding a way to make it lazy deletion. Actually, I might do that in my thread system. When I tried to delete the threads from the threads dictionary, what I did is I add them to the list, then remove them after the iteration happened. But actually my way is faster. It doesn't make clones of lists every time the iteration finish, so I'll keep it as it is. So here, this is actually not a bad way. I wonder if he made it by himself. Unfortunately, a lot of people, especially in the Stack Overflow, they don't do the solutions, they search for it and they repost it. And some of them don't know what the code do. It just, some of the results, I mean, oh my god. Some of the people post the same question because they searched for it and they found the same question in another website, and they just copy it and paste it as the answer. They have no clue what's going on. So but at least it's helping me instead of searching in other websites and get a lot of garbage. And that's the whole point of the website actually. It's not the way, it's not the way itself, it's not the morals, it's the result, I guess. I start yappering. Congratulations. So let's add equips again. Whatever, right? Hanked, right? Whatever. All of this is for testing purposes. Testing purposes. Testing purposes. Actually, if I take this one and write right hand, does it save? Yeah, it does, but it changed the order. Active action all. That doesn't make sense, does it? I need to remove these because it was a state and it was different. I need to remove these two. Look at that. Look at that. It worked. So if I go to the free slot and add one hand, add shield, and all of a sudden I add. Now rest doesn't make sense in this context. Damn it. Because I'm going to make a group that group these equip conditions for the same animations, and we will see how this will work. But the rest doesn't make kind of any sense. So delete them and add them. Now there's another thing we need to do. Whenever I add one hand, it should refuse to add it. It shouldn't be add because there's already something called all. And I need to reconsider about the rest thing. So hopefully this is easier to do. Like we add a condition in here. I will delete that later. Contains la 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 nee 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 oh nee 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 oh nee 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 oh la 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 la. Oh, sorry. Maybe we need to do something like this, and then we say I don't know how to search the part of the key, to be honest. Or we can say so let's try this. Man, do I need to test this over and over and over? This is... So, imagine if someone came in and watched me just now and get totally confused. Like how that what got completely confused. It's just, what is this guy doing? Yeah, not this. Yeah. So if I add one hand, then all of a sudden I add all, then I add one hand again, it should tell me all equipment exists, and there you go. So we need to reconsider about rest, and before I reconsider about rest, I need to make the bigger design, the way how to represent the whole thing. Because imagine if that's the thing. That's the thing. This is the question. If I have an RPG, action RPG game, okay, and I have a very epic, unique, good for nothing set of equipments, a legendary sword of Sparta, the legendary helm of Sparta, and a legendary armor of Sparta. And only if I wear the three of them, we have different conditions for the equipments. Only the three of them will represent different animations for the same given action condition, damn it thing. So you see the problem here? Do you see the whole problem in here? This is just complicated. So of course the whole system can be totally ignored, and we use no matter what's the equipment we have, no matter what we have, just do these animations. So it depends on the condition. So in here, the equipment type and the accessory type, we need a special keyword to say blah, doesn't matter. And I didn't do that, did I? No, I didn't. So yeah. So this required a lot of thinking, to be honest, and looking at the design from far a little bit. And 10 minutes won't be enough, or 11 minutes won't be enough for any of that. At least I done some work on the GUI. Even though there's a lot left to do, I need to do the side, I need to do these, I need to do a list in here, I need to change this one somehow. Even if I change it, based on what, damn it, based on what? So we have to have a list of objects, and that objects will have the dictionary in here. It's another layer of crap. So it might be a dictionary that have a string, the name of the thing. Let's write it down. And we have a name for the whole fiasco, the animation condition thing. I feel I want to cry, to be honest. I believe I would call it animation condition and give it a name. inside the animation condition, we will get this dictionary. I believe that's what I'm going to do. It's just a different layer. Why? Because we need to group the things. As I said, if you have not only one condition, like if you have the left hand, the right hand have one hand weapon or two hand weapon, we might have even more than one condition. It's just, oh my god. No, it need more thinking, because what if I have something called, if you have this condition or this condition or this condition, you want to do this results. Yeah, not good, not good. So maybe we will separate this result animation and move this to this, and this result into result animation, and the result animation will play separately. I will see about that, but for now, thank you for watching part 10, and let's see what will happen in part 11.